All right guys, late night impromptu video. We're in the Hayward area. We're gonna show you everything you need to know about catching walleyes in the Hayward area, trolling at night in the spring like this. Super simple pattern. I think we're gonna catch a whole bunch of fish. Stay tuned.
Rolling. We are hooked up on another fish. What is this, probably the second, third of the night.
Start reeling. Oh, I'm cameraman and the official board on Clipper. And
this one.
Keep reeling. You gonna do the old flip you do there?
So here's the second fish of the night. We're out here trolling. Believe it or not, it's almost Memorial Day weekend and the water temperature is
50 degrees.
49.9.
Holy cow.
So it's definitely not ideal, but we're still out here getting it done. Here's a good eater. All right guys, I literally just let that other fish go and hooked up on another one here.
Keep reeling. Another Walter coming in the boat. Do the old flip you do on him. About a 15, 16 inch fish.
All right, as soon as I get this hook out, we're gonna dump this fish back in and we're already hooked up on another one, it looks like.
All right guys, third fish in about, I don't know, 10 minutes fishing here. You know, we're working some of these bigger shallow water flats. And this time of year, especially at night, these fish get up here and start roaming around. I don't think it's a big one, but many fish you catch in Hayward night trolling this time of year are not very big. That's all right, it's still fun to do. It's still a great way to come out and catch a whole bunch of fish. The boat flip this guy in the boat. That's not actually a bad Hayward area walleye right there. It's about a 19 inch fish. That one is on one of my absolute favorite all-time shallow water trolling baits, Rapala Scatter Rap. I think a lot of people have been sleeping on that bait, but it is an absolute destroyer for really all shallow water trolling applications. It's on that chrome blue. All right guys, we got one rod left on this side. Oh no, it's got a fish. Look at that, it's got a fish too. All right, so we caught three. We got one on here. We got one on over here. So isn't that pretty?
I don't even know what to say right now.
So currently every rod we have out has a fish on it. We got three
fish on right now.
Three.
And we have 3 more on.
How is he?
Decent one.
Show the folks at home.
Look at that.
So I'm not sure if the rest of these fish are still on here or not.
But we still have, yeah, there's a fish on right there. Well, here's part one, number 1 of the triple. So
I don't know if we still have the rest of them on.
I think we do. We're gonna dump this one back in and get these other 2 in.
All right, guys. So I am currently fighting one of the other ones here. I think we might have lost one. Yeah. Come here, buddy. Another nice one there. This film is just all over the place. We don't have any of the correct camera angles, so it's pretty much par for the course for a Tom Boley video. But there's another one. That one's on the smaller size of the Husky jerk. Is there a fish on there, Mitchell?
I'm not sure yet.
Pretty, about 16 inch walleye. We're gonna get him back, see if we got going on the other one here. All of our lines have now been pulled. Another nice, about 17, 18 inch fish.
Oh, they're 18 inch fish.
All right, so just like that,
that thing hit.
We literally made, we got 100 yards through the spot and every single rod caught a walleye. That was beautiful, Mitchell.
That was.
Video done.
Now it's raining.
Now
we are done.
All right, guys, so that is our 6th fish of the pass. We only made it about 100 yards, maybe not even. All 6 rods went off. Got 6 beautiful walleyes. Biggest about 19, smallest about 15. So it's starting to rain here. So we're gonna do a little recap on basically what we're trolling, where we're finding these fish, and how you guys come out here and do the same thing. And we're gonna talk about some setup too, because it's something that a lot of guys probably don't have that much confidence in. All right guys, so real quick, I want to talk about the night trolling setup, you know, planer boards and all that good stuff. You know, we're running boards, we're covering these big shallow flats. You need a way to see your boards at night. So, you know, if you're not, if you don't do a lot of trolling like in popular places like Green Bay, Sturgeon Bay, a lot of that kind of stuff where night trolling's super popular, you've never seen it before, you gotta be running board lights. So this is how I run my board lights. You need a red one and a green one. A lot of guys use glow sticks and they kind of wind them through on the flag, but your green obviously goes on the right side of your boat and your red goes on the left side of the boat. That way people, when you're trolling in places that are jam-packed with people, where really big walleyes live, you guys can see which way you're going essentially, right? So the lights that I like to run, I hate running glow sticks just because, is my headlight on? I don't know. The lights I like to run because I hate running glow sticks. I'm not even sure what these are called. You buy them on Amazon. I think they're called submersible tea lights. Now these things, they come with 2 watch batteries. I'll leave a link at the bottom of the video on I think the lights you run, but if you twist them loose, they turn off. Twist them on, they turn on. Real bright green. I got a lot of them are kind of dead on batteries or dying, so but they're, you know, they're red and the green. And then basically what you do, you take a 3M 1 inch by 1 inch Velcro tab, one on the board, one on here. I like to put it right next to my flag like that, then I put a reflector on my flag. Now this way you get reflection that goes up onto the flag, and it's gonna be tough to see because I got so much light coming off the camera right now. But when that board's out there, you can still see the tattletale because you got that light going up to the reflector on the flag. So I'll leave a link to that at the bottom of the video. Super simple to use, and this is kind of the best situation I've found. I've ran a whole bunch of other ones. I think HT makes one that the batteries were just hard to get out and it was hard to use and stuff like this. You could buy, like, I think it was like 28 or 30 of these lights, half red, half green, and it was like $20-some. So super easy to use. You get a whole bunch of them. They run on watch batteries. I would assume you control all night, probably 3 or 4 nights in a row off of one board light. They run on those 2 watch batteries, so really simple to use. This is how you want to set your boards up. I run, if anyone's wondering, Opti tackle boards. It's like the medium walleye size. Never really had a problem. Some of them will replace that pin to an offshore pin on the back, or that offshore clip, but super simple setup, and that's how we're basically telling if we have a bite. And you know, obviously got to use boards to run a lot of that shallow water stuff. We rolling?
Yep.
Well, just got set back up. We got fish on this rod, fish on this rod right now. Immediately doubled up. I'm gonna get this last board in, then we're gonna reel these fish in. Try to do it nice and controlled. I think we did it so fast last time that footage is probably just gonna royally suck. But we'll see here. So, in the name of good footage, we're gonna try to do this nice and controlled. But we'll see how it all goes. So fish number 1 is still on. Running that real close board. Gonna pop it off. If you're doing boards by yourself, just keep a lot of tension. You got the line like that, then just turn it all over the rod. Turn the clicker off too, because it sucks reeling a fish in on camera, because it gets really loud. This is not a big fish by any means, but it is another 15-16 inch Hayward area walleye. Nice fish. That's another one on that purple descent scatter wrap. I don't know if our other fish is still on. We'll check it out here and take a look. All right, so the next one up's my outside board. In an attempt to not get tangled, I'm gonna reel my middle rod in first. I got that in. I'm gonna start reeling in my outside here. Hard to tell, feels bigger than the last one. How's our footage looking, Mitch? Better than the first go around?
Yeah, a little bit better.
Now we're only in 5, 6, 7 feet of water. So while I'm doing the rest of this reeling in here, I'm gonna talk a little bit about basically where you can look for these fish and expect to find them. All right guys, so we're gonna talk a little bit about where we're finding these fish. You know, we're fishing a lot of these big flats, whether they're shoreline flats or large humps out in the middle of the lake, and we're fishing real shallow. You know, you could do this in deeper depths, but basically a lot of these males crawl up on top of a lot of this real shallow stuff at night this time of year. Basically, like, I mean, they'll be up in like 2-3 feet, but we're targeting like 5 to like 10 feet basically. So we're getting on these big flats that you control, and we're looking for kind of either real short weed growth, but most of the time what we're looking for is sand with some rock in the mix. And a lot of times when you're fishing sand with a little bit of rock in the mix, you can see fish on side imaging. So here you can see a shot with some scattered rock thrown around. It's not real heavy rock, and then here you can see a couple of fish off to the side. So it's easy to see those fish on sand. This is basically the characteristics of some of these large flats we're looking for. All right, so there we go. There's my outside board rod fish. That's about a 17-inch Hayward area walleye. How's he look, Mitchell?
Good.
Does he look like a walleye on camera?
Sure does.
Good deal. So there's another one. You can obviously see this is an extremely effective way to fish. So that's basically where you look for fish. You know, a lot of these large flats, you got to have one that's big enough to troll. But once you find that, you know, it doesn't take long, obviously, to figure out if fish are up on them. Couple baits we're running, we're running shallow water stuff, a lot of stick baits, Smith wicks, husky jerks, scatter wraps. Scatter wraps a great one, and using these all over the place, catch a ton of fish on them. Husky jerk's another one. I'm gonna lay it out real simple. Basically, you're letting out 20 to like 35 feet right now if you're fishing this 5 to 7 foot zone. Real simple. When the fish are real jacked up, or if you're fishing a lot of this clear water, you don't have to tick bottom too much. It's a lot to just get the bait within a foot to the bottom, and you're gonna be catching fish, which is why it's real important to run boards and not just run your lines right behind the boat, because those fish in shallow water are gonna be a little spooky of the boat, even though we're using the trolling motor to drive us around.